Money made, money made, money made all day. You know, right here, a light million. Over there, counting up another million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life.
They sort of shrink the amount of money that's available to them. He's taking money, he's moving it all over. He's trying to create these ridiculous debts that Elizabeth reports on, where he essentially owes himself and his parents $50 million.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
All that money.
Floyd Mayweather has made headlines once more, this time for displaying an incredible $10 million in actual cash at an unplanned Instagram Live event. The event took place a few days after internet allegations surfaced that the legendary boxer was having financial difficulties or was possibly close to going bankrupt. In addition to refuting the rumors, Mayweather's spectacular performance served as a reminder of his unmatched capacity to attract attention both inside and beyond the ring. Mayweather sat idly in his expansive Las Vegas estate surrounded by luxury in the live footage that swiftly went popular on social media. He addressed his detractors directly while patiently stacking bundles of cash on a marble table, decked up in fine clothing and decorated with sparkling, diamond-encrusted jewelry. The video instantly sent fans, media outlets, and financial analysts into a frenzy. Others questioned if the boxer's exorbitant spending patterns were long-term viable, while others saw it as a theatrical flex typical of Mayweather's extravagant persona.
So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20. Benjamin Franklin right here. You know, money made all day. We in the bank, doing what we do best, counting money.
Mayweather has, after all, established his brand on excess. He is known as money for a reason, and has long used social media to highlight his opulent lifestyle, which includes his collection of Bugattis, private planes, personalized jewelry, and now mountains of actual cash. After certain social media accounts with insider information claimed that the former champion had burnt through a large portion of his income, stories regarding Mayweather's purported bankruptcy started to circulate.
Not save its own documents to show what it spent. The new acting IRS Commissioner Danny Werfel calls this wasteful spending inappropriate.
According to reports, court records and legal documentation backed up these assertions. Speculation was sparked by the post's sheer virality. Overnight, Mayweather's name became viral, with countless of shares using hashtags like Mayweather broke and Lar Money Pro.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
For money.
But do you
I don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
think he still needs the money
I don't
after
think
all
he
these years?
needs the money. But you know when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's
It's a
spending.
lot of it.
Mayweather quickly assumed command of the story, something he has done with exquisite accuracy throughout his career. The Instagram Live was a planned activity to dispel suspicions and take back the attention, not merely a reaction. Screen captures and GIFs took over social media feeds and media attention for days after the program, which attracted thousands of people at its height, went viral. Mayweather's actions have sparked a renewed conversation about athletes' financial literacy, especially for those in high-paying but short-lived sports like boxing. Many elite athletes have experienced financial difficulties after leaving the sport over the years. This is frequently the result of bad money management, ignorance of investments, or just living above their means. Although,
But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era. But he was a different kind of skill set. You know, he was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing.
Mayweather has earned more than $1.2 billion from boxing purses, sponsorship deals, and business endeavors over his career. Detractors have frequently noted that his spending tendencies may eventually catch up with him. Even the IRS was a problem for him. However, Mayweather has continuously downplayed these worries, pointing out his holdings in Bitcoin, fashion, real estate, and entertainment. In addition, he founded Mayweather Promotions, a promotion firm that has arranged some of the most profitable bouts in boxing history. Mayweather claims that he has several sources of income and generates a sizable amount of residual income from his business ventures. guaranteeing that he is not entirely dependent on the boxing ring for his financial security. The Instagram Live, however, served as a reminder of Mayweather's ongoing impact and cultural significance. Mayweather attempted to dominate not only with his fists, but also with his remarkable ability to remain in the public glare in a time when social media influence frequently converts straight into brand power and financial potential.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. He says he's the best ever. Has anyone accounted for this observation? I've never seen him lose. You only know a man in how he accepts defeat. So I can't score him. But certainly, the fact that my own child chose him to be a role model over me, the dad, the gentleman. Yeah, he's a playboy. Because that's what he represents. He has clubs, or he had clubs, and he shows bling. Well, this is how I'm living. I wear a dress. And for a bit of humor, I wear a bear.
The 50-0 champion is adept at maintaining control of the story, whether he's entering an exhibition match in Dubai or throwing an extravagant party at his Vegas estate. The $10 million display was a symbolic act of resistance as much as a flex. Mayweather has often expressed that he follows his own standards and doesn't give a damn about what the public thinks, especially when it raises concerns about his financial situation. This visual message mirrored that idea. Critics quickly pointed out that it is hazardous and impractical to flaunt such a significant chunk of cash. However, Mayweather doesn't care about the status quo. For him, it's about making a statement, a forceful refutation of anyone who questions his success or fortune. The sight of someone clutching $10 million in actual currency may make some financial advisors shudder, but for Mayweather, the spectacle was about legacy rather than financial prudence. In addition to being an athlete, he has always considered himself a brand. His status as a brilliant showman is further cemented by this most recent action. It is ultimately irrelevant whether the money was actually taken from his own vault or if it was purposefully stolen for show. They were effective, and the optics were strong. Eddie Hearn and others, meanwhile, continue to think that Mayweather is impoverished. It's interesting to note that the program also featured personal reflections, providing viewers with a unique window into Mayweather's mind. He reaffirmed at one point that although people enjoy discussing his expenditures, they rarely discuss his business sense and how he has turned his profits into lasting fortune.
Hey Mike, how you doing, man? What's up? Hey, professional party thrower Adrian Broner goes across the country, gets charged $10,000 a pop. He used to be a boxer. Would you ever do that? Like, would you want to come to my house and cut the turkey?
Awesome.
How much would you charge to cut the turkey at my house on Thanksgiving?
30 cents.
30 cents? So you do it for free practically.
Yeah.
Adrian Broner, you think that's a good career for like a boxer trying to promote himself as a party thrower?
Big time, dude.
10 grand?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hey, you have any advice for Mayweather? He's spending a lot of money right now.
Have a ball.
Enjoy it, huh? That's what you do. Hey, dude, you're a legend, man. It's good seeing you.
Take care.
These less dramatic moments provided a more in-depth look at the man behind the headlines, even though the money show was the main attraction. The fans' response was divided. Other people blasted the show as tone-deaf, particularly in light of the recent global economic woes, while others applauded him and recognized the video as another iconic Mayweather moment, bold, brash, and entertaining. The sight of one man casually showing off $10 million in cash struck others as insensitive or out of touch during a time when millions are struggling with inflation, job insecurity, and economic upheaval. However, Mayweather has never shied away from dividing public opinion, so this is nothing new for him. The media's reaction, however, varied from skepticism to admiration. Citing security and legal concerns, a number of publications questioned the rationale behind transporting or holding such substantial sums of money. Others commended Mayweather's skill at manipulating the media, pointing out that he had effectively transformed a bad rumor into a publicity win. Sports analysts and financial commentators took advantage of the occasion to review Mayweather's earnings history.
Is Floyd overrated, or is he one of the best ever?
He's one of the best.
What is it about him?
What's so great about Floyd?
What is the thing?
The gym.
Yeah, it just works.
It's tough to be hard work.
Listen, how could you not be an asshole being that great? So, but how can you not?
It's hard.
Yeah.
You know?
Kanye West said it's hard to be humble when you're stunting on the Jumbotron. That's one of his lyrics. Like, when you're the best, you just fucking
But know what he needs to know too, that there's only one step from the...
Some estimated that he still possesses hundreds of millions of dollars in assets, such as stock portfolios, real estate holdings, and business ventures. The fact that Mayweather remains relevant even after formally retiring from professional boxing is an important factor that cannot be overlooked. Mayweather seemed to like the limelight, whereas some athletes fade into the background or assume low-key professions after their careers. In order to stay in the ring without jeopardizing his perfect record, he has switched to demonstration fights and international competitions. His revenue stream is maintained by the millions of dollars in pay-per-view and live attendance that these events, which frequently include celebrities or amateur fighters, continue to generate. Mayweather has also dabbled in NFT and cryptocurrency in recent years, endorsing blockchain initiatives and introducing digital memorabilia. These endeavors demonstrate his ongoing efforts to adjust to shifting economic conditions and technological advancements, even though not all of them have been without controversy. His participation in these industries shows that he is actively seeking new opportunities to grow his financial empire rather than merely depending on old money. The ongoing theft accusations against Mayweather are more worrisome than his lavish lifestyle. He was accused of stealing pricey jewels in one well-known lawsuit, which made news right away. The result is a disturbing picture of a guy holding on to a lifestyle that might be slipping out of his grasp when combined with reports of unpaid luxury expenditures. The sparkle and volatility that characterize Floyd Mayweather's public persona, impulsive, extravagant, and occasionally detached from financial reality, are frequently reflected in his financial behavior. His alleged collaboration with rapper Tyga and a broker to buy expensive timepieces and diamonds from Miami jeweler Leonard Sulaimanoff serves as a telling example. The premium goods were purportedly obtained by the trio, but final payment was never made. Events such as this raise concerns over Mayweather's history of lavish spending, combined with a concerning lack of regard for financial commitments. One of Floyd Mayweather's more audacious claims is that he made $350 million in a single night, which is in line with the lavish persona he has meticulously built up over the years. However, the allegation has been widely questioned, especially in the boxing community, despite the striking statistic. Furthermore, Floyd Mayweather has always made it clear that his main goal has never been to become the best boxer of all time, but rather to achieve financial success. His famous catchphrase, "Nothing in this world is for free," sums up his obsession with money and success. In many respects, this mentality has dominated his boxing career, demonstrating that his priorities have been wealth accumulation over leaving a genuine, enduring legacy in the sport. That concludes the video for today. Keep an eye out. Till the next occasion.